All right, so now let's talk about fills. The 16th note double in our bass drum is an awesome thing to be able to use in fills. But we haven't added a bass drum in any of the fills we've done up to this point. So let's start with something a little bit simpler first, and then we'll come back and we'll add those 16th note doubles. To start with, let's just add one bass drum per beat in this first fill. We're going to add it on the last 16th note of each beat. So count a. We're going to play the first three notes with our hands. We're going to play them 1 E and a in the bass drum, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. And let's use a really simple pattern to start off with. Let's go right around the drums in the snare, tom, floor tom pattern that we've done for some of our earlier fills. It would sound something like this. And again, feel free to mix and match. Use a different pattern around the drums if you want. Start on the hi-hat, work your way across, go in reverse. There's tons of different options you can use. This first example is just that, it's an example. Experiment, have some fun. A couple other examples might be something like this. Let's try hi-hat right across the drums over to the floor tom. Or in reverse. Again, sky's the limit with these. Try any orchestration that you can think of. Have some fun, experiment with it. Now, let's do this in the context of a beat. Let's take example 1 from earlier in the lesson, the one where we had our bass drum falling on 1 E, 2, 3, and 4. Let's do that 3 times, and then let's do that 3 notes in the hand to 1 note in the bass drum fill. We'll do it at 2 tempos. We'll start at 70, and then we'll speed it up to 100 beats per minute. Now let's come back and add those 16th note bass drums into the mix. Let's actually use that warm-up that we started with earlier in the lesson where we had 2 hands to 2 feet, but this time let's orchestrate it a little bit. Let's move it around the drums. Let's start with that really simple pattern. Let's go like this. Now, that's just one example of an orchestration. You can try a lot of different patterns with this. You could, instead of moving both hands around the drums, just move your right hand around the drums and keep your left hand parked on the snare drum. That would sound something like this. Or use a different orchestration entirely, maybe start on the hi-hat. Or one hand. Any of these things are fair game. So again, have fun, experiment, record yourself, see what you like the sound of, and start to use that in some of your patterns. So let's take that example with our 16th note doubles and put it with the second example we did earlier in the lesson. So that pattern was 1 and a 2, 3 and 4. We'll do that 3 times and we'll follow it by that 16th note pattern, 2 hands on the snare to 2 on the feet. I'll do the first one in that easy voicing straight around the kit, and then I'll try a variation on the second one. And again, we'll do the 2 tempos, 70 and then 100 beats per minute. So there we go, 16th note bass drum doubles in beats and in fills. Go back and check out any of the examples we used earlier in the lesson and combine them with any of the fill examples we were just talking about and any of the variations we were talking about as well. And once you get done with that, get creative. Come up with some of your own voicings around the kit. See what combinations of doubles on your hands to doubles on your foot that you like the sound of. And if you get stuck, put on some recordings that you like. See what the drummers that you listen to are doing with their doubles in their musical situations. And copy them. The best way to come up with fills when you get stuck is to copy other drummers. So to finish off, I'm going to play an example at 120 beats per minute using some of the examples from earlier in the lesson and also expanding on them a little bit. And we'll use 16th bass drum doubles in our fills as well. And also I may take the note rate up a notch too and show you what these doubles can sound like at slightly faster note rates than what we were doing earlier. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Feel free to check out any of the other lessons on the site, and we'll see you soon at thedrumshed.com. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Please like and subscribe to keep up on all the new lessons and reviews. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and leave a comment below letting us know of any new lessons or reviews you'd like to see in the future. Also, if you enjoyed the lesson, please consider donating to thedrumshed.com to help fund future lessons. Just click the donate button on the main page of our website, and thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the shed.